But in one of her text messages, she told him she want to see him, all this explicit stuff, and she need to give him 25. He need to give her 25,000 per cheek for their
Hey,
for their encounter. And this is just painting the picture to me that they having their fun. Don't get me wrong, but she 100% into. I need some of your money.
What's the word, fam? I'm DJ House.
DJ Breeze, what up?
Hey, man, it's been a lot going on this week, man. A lot of things been going on. You got your boy Shannon Sharp. But before we dive into that, you already know what time it is. Make sure y'all get y'all glasses, get with y'all drink, because we getting ready to take that toast. You figure deal?
Yo, my
Yes,
brother.
sir. Cheers. 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 Mm. Hey, man. How was your
Sticking with the white tonight?
Oh, as always, you know I only drink Tito's, man. Tito's, that's Tito's, either some Rand nephew, man. That's the only way. But hey, man, how was your holiday, man? Your Easter?
Easter. I ain't gonna dive in, but you already know. I'm old school. Everything, not some things. Everything.
So you was wearing a suit?
Nah, I didn't do it, but I was kind of hating in a way. Like I miss them days having a new outfit. I used to be weeks ahead in the store. Brother ain't had no money putting stuff on layaway.
That's a fact.
But shining on Easter.
That's a fact.
Now everybody on their phones and their iPads, they doing their own thing. It ain't what it used to be.
So it's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I did for real? I was home watching Snowfall. You watched that?
I ran past it. I never actually watched it though.
Yo, get into it. Yeah, I ain't watched Snowfall. Get into it. It's lit.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I mean, shit, man. Shit. So
but I tell you what.
What?
This last week been kind of crazy.
Hey, man, listen. We on to new and better things. Now we got DJ Breeze bringing us the news. So let us know, man. Let us know what went on in this previous week, man.
I don't know. Should I go? You Kanye first or Shannon? Where we going? Because them two brothers is doing us some harm right now.
Yeah, they wilding. But I'm going off you. Pause.
Oh God.
Hey, man, you let me know. Listen,
shout out to my no pause brothers out there that know we don't need to say that because we ain't thinking nothing weird.
Hey, man, I'm just protecting myself like always, my brother. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta lay the law down. That's the only way to get out of situations that you don't want to be in. But yo, man, bring us some news, baby. What we got for this week?
All right. So how we have it here? I had some stuff. My boy Shannon, he's accused of allegations of sexual battery, sexual assault. You know, it don't. Crazy part about it is people think it's limited to celebrities, but there's nobody. Like if you knew a dude on the job, a family member, nicest dude ever, cool, bug out. All you got to hear is he was accused, and the accusation alone will have people. No, I don't believe it, but looking at you differently.
Do you believe it? That's the question. Do you believe?
You know me. I'm a fact checker. I was disappointed of all the podcasts, all the social media that came out in the last 2 days when nobody know nothing other than what's been said. Formulating opinions on the end result, formulating opinions on where Shannon did. I'll say this. I don't feel as much as George Burns. I think it's a set. As the senator, somebody told me the name of the senator. I forgot it. I should have wrote that shit down. But there's a few celebrities, senators, politicians who have less than half of the age relationships.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
For the people out there who did it, my opinion, I just don't think it's even necessary.
Well, all right. So I'm gonna do it like this. Before I give my opinion, we have the facts. You have the facts about his lawyer and all that other stuff. I mean, give us some facts on what took place, what's
All right.
taking place. You know
So
what
a
I'm
young
saying?
lady, Shannon said her name. I'm gonna leave it at Jane though.
Facts.
I gave you the accusation, sexual assault, battery assault, this, and the other. In the end, or where we're at now, they documented have had an ongoing sexual relationship for 3 years.
Mm. Mm.
When we hear a younger woman, and if you add the word teen to it, it sounds pedophilish. That's just me. When we talking about anybody 50, I'm sorry, 40 plus with anything with teen in it.
I mean, he's
He's
56 now,
56.
and she was
And what's
she.
crazy is that we got podcasts out here saying the man age wrong, 50 something. If you're gonna sit down and have the time to do a whole podcast and don't even know the man age, bro, I know everybody want to be successful and all that. We want to be successful, but take the time to know the man's 56 years old.
How old is she?
The girl currently is 22.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You did say that. My bad.
And if I do my math, she was 20 when they got together. They throwing the 19. I mean, maybe they met in 19. I don't know if they had relations the same day. But the story was he was in the gym working out. You know, Shannon,
Yeah. No, no, yeah, no
I don't get
homo.
in like Shannon,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
ex NFL player, the man stay in shape,
yeah. He's definitely in
you
shape,
know, and
100%.
much respect because he's 56 and he keeping himself together, and that's much respect. So anyway, Shannon met her in the gym. Apparently, the story is he approached her. Again, I don't know if you know her age or he just into younger girls, got the Kelly thing going on. But he approached her. They began eventually a relationship, and it just sounds to me a lot like you seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
I came across it, but I haven't watched it
Okay,
though.
so in the movie, this guy was in the S&M, and this is like sexual dominant relationship. And
Mm-hmm.
the S&M, it don't mean the male is dominant, don't mean the female. I guess it's vice versa, whichever way they establish it. Ain't
Okay.
my thing. Put that out there. But some people is into some crazy things. I can't even knock them. Your choice is your choice, what you do. But clearly, both of them was in this type of relationship.
What was her nationality? She was African American, or she was a snow bunny.
See, wilding.
I mean, I gotta ask because I'm trying to, you know me. I
We in
did.
2025, so I won't say nothing wrong. So I'm gonna just say, I guess politically correct. She's Caucasian.
She a snow bunny.
I ain't gonna say all that.
I mean, hey, look, it is what it is. You know what I'm
But
saying? I say shit that people want to say in their heads.
but
Pause.
again, I get it. People, opposites attract. I don't want to say Shannon into white women. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I think I'm hoping he dates both, but in this situation, if she happened to be white, he approached her. They had this type of estimate type of relationship. The crazy part with the allegations that kind of got me. I don't know the outcome because I ain't gonna put myself out there like there's a lot of people talking like he wrong and this and that. It's so early. It's way too early to be coming out like you know the outcome and the origin of this. But she agreed to deal with him. He have text messages dating back to 6 months where she said, quote unquote, put a dog collar on me. I want you to meet me and put this. I don't want to offend nobody, but very graphic.
Man, say how it is, babe. Hey, hey, look, hey, man, listen. This shit is in the paperwork. You know what I'm
Nah, but
saying?
I don't
It's
want
on
to.
the
I don't like
paperwork.
watching
So
this and the
you
kid
ain't got to.
watching.
You ain't got to say nothing else different. Everything's in the paperwork. So say what's in the paperwork. Say what's read. All that other stuff. I mean, I heard I heard little things. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, listen, Shannon Sharp. I ain't gonna say he put himself in this predicament, but it is what it is. He should have.
All right,
He should know what it is.
I'm gonna read one of the texts without. I don't want to say certain stuff. My mom might be watching this. My mom be like, Nick, no, I can't do it. So I'm gonna read it as best I can. In a separate text, first of all, she made a statement that he had been abusing her over the last year. That somehow they broke up and he been stalking her. So this text is 6 months ago. In a separate text on July 6th, the woman wrote, Shannon, I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy, accompanied by an explicit image of a male and female performing an intimate act. She also texts on ESPN several occasions. He explicit, what did you say? She asked for handcuffs. She asked for some hardcore, I don't know what this BDSM, I guess it's the same as the
Man,
SM.
she's kinky. She kinky and she a freak. She wanted it. That's all she wanted. She wanted it. So
Yeah.
I mean it's all. I mean, listen. If when a woman talks to you like that, but it's crazy. She had other.
She requested.
Yeah, she requested. She had other motives. You know what I'm saying? Then I heard he's about to get $100 million deal
Well,
or something like that.
well, the man podcast is popping, and I think
That's a fact.
the Cat Williams people was putting out these numbers, and again, some of these podcasts. Again, I know we knew on the block, but promise we going there. They put out these numbers. Oh, he made 50 million. He made this. He did this on the Cat Williams interview. The Cat Williams interview, 89 million views, bro.
Yo.
89
Oh, with Cat Williams on it.
million.
Oh that hit the stream. I think that was
So
the top. Actually, I've never seen a
I don't think
video.
nobody beat Shannon last year. This
Yeah,
is top
yeah, no,
dog.
yeah, no, yeah. I think he the
So
top
let's
dog.
just say this. When they started, he's a co-host of the thing with Skip Bayless.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
he's, I mean, ex-football player. He definitely making his bread. The Skip Bayless, ESPN, he ain't got no podcast going. He doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
During that relationship, he slid over to ESPN. He slid over to some more stuff for ESPN,
Okay.
and he did a podcast. Now, paper changing, and their relationship has again text messages from her saying, as his money grew, so did her request for money. And she went from
Mm.
him doing things. He said live on one of his interviews, he don't mind paying for this for the date and doing this, and it was very elaborate with other people like, no, I won't do it. But in one of her text messages, she told him she want to see him, all this explicit stuff, and she need to give him 25. He need to give her 25,000 per cheek for their
Hey,
for their
dog.
encounter. And this is just painting the picture to me that they having their fun. Don't get me wrong, but she 100% into. I need some of your money.
All right, look. All right. All that shit is well and good. She's out her damn mind. I want to get to the real fact and the real greedy, the needy of, I mean,
The allegations?
Yeah, the allegations. But I'm gonna get to us now. Would you, in your mind state, right? Say you're worth $20 million, right? Would you just date an ordinary Joe, well, female, pause, a female, a regular female
This ain't real
that you just
female.
met?
We skipped that she's an OnlyFans person who already was charging people just for viewing her.
She's an OnlyFans.
So she been charging for sexual situations, whether seeing her or touching her. She been this person.
Well, I don't know. That
ain't a regular female.
Yeah,
regular females date you because they like you.
I don't know her personally, so I really can't elaborate on how she.
You call it regular?
Looks.
Have you ever dated a girl who came across like they like you, physically, and it asked you for money because of this fact?
I'm not meeting nobody at no gym because they're OnlyFans, and he probably didn't even know she was an OnlyFans.
No, I don't think he knew that.
He probably just looked and just seen that she was sexy.
Yeah,
he probably wanted to hit it, but then he, it's a lot of older guys that date young girls.
Whoever go with one to hitting it, eventually, from what I'm seeing, the text ain't him offering money. The text is her requesting money for services. So if you met a girl and you felt she was beautiful, sexy, whatever, and you get to know her and she starts saying, well, if you really want to see me, give me this. If you really want this, now you did something with her and she's like, well, if you want it again, give me this amount and give me this amount. In your mind, you might formulating that, okay, I'm paying for it. And he's already expressed on numerous interviews, he's fine with paying for it. So that ain't everybody.
All right, so what you might be insinuating, I'm not gonna say you insinuating, but what might be out there or people might be insinuating is that it probably started off as a OnlyFans kind of thing. But then
it started off as I met you at the gym, let's go out. She probably, Shannon now. Shannon kind of flamboyant, Louis and this, and probably picked up.
Yeah, he be wild.
Picked up in one of them wet cars, 600,000 and up type joints, and she claimed she didn't know who he was. I don't know how that's possible, but let's just say that was true. Your friends eventually told you, "Oh, girl, you dating Shannon Sharp."
It was a dude. I heard it was a dude that told her that.
Now you realize who he really is. And instead of just seeing where the relationship go, you start asking for money for acts. So if Shannon gonna take you serious, you just killed that because you asked it. You would have got it eventually. If you got money and you dating somebody and you got you just flowing.
Yeah, fact.
It ain't about you giving them nothing, but if that become, I really feeling for her, now you're gonna shower her. She didn't wait for that. She went straight to pay me for them cheeks.
And it was so crazy. She's so. I mean, unless I don't think she. Now, when you saying she asked for money, because I mean, if it was that easy for her to get the money, she could have just asked them for it. Well, why do all these allegations of he did this, he did that? I mean, nowadays you have older guys that's actually dating younger girls. That's worldwide, and that's in all nationalities. That's not just one in black. I think they look at African Americans, and I think that they sometimes, to me, I feel like they actually what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for when they trying to not, they coming at the at somebody.
Exploit?
No, not exploit. It's fuck it, whatever. Target. Okay. They trying to target African Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but I think that's the world we live in. But I think with us as a race, as being African Americans, we put ourselves out there so much, because when you look on your Instagram, your Facebook, who do you see doing crazy acts? Like crazy violent things? It's always us. And it's crazy. So now it's just like he put himself in a situation, even though I don't know if you heard the video. Did you hear the video of him actually talking to this female?
Okay, so the video you referring to?
Not the video. I'm sorry. The call. It was a call. It was
the call you referring to. According to Shannon, is edited. So if me and you have a
Oh,
conversation and then you snip it up to this and then like the point where he's like, "Oh, you want me to choke you?" and you got no choice. It's like you got an S and an M relationship. We know that's not everybody thing, but for all the people who gonna be like, "Oh my God, Rihanna, Grammy winning artist, got a song called S&M." I forget the words, but she says, "I'm so good being bad," and it goes almost like the conversation they had. I ain't throwing Rihanna on the bus, but if you in this type of relationship, it's a physical roughing each other up
mm-hmm.
relationship. So I felt Shannon just reading into it.
So let me ask you this: if you was in Shannon Sharp's shoes right now,
Me?
yeah, would have put yourself in that situation?
Absolutely not. And the reason why I have a lot of compassion and I rock with Shannon. Before this, again, I'm still rock with Shannon. I still rock with Kels. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh yeah, 100%. You
But
can't.
Shannon
Yeah.
has definitely like all right. People I feel like people are wrong for being judgmental without all the facts. Everybody, including us, should give it time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not gonna mistake that he's already displayed a lack of great morality. You
Okay.
got to make better decisions. So you gonna give me? I'm on a road of. I'm already a public figure, and I know people target people like you just said. Even if I was a person into S&M, I don't know if everybody missed the movie Eyes Wide Shut, but if you're gonna do that, knowing that you into choking people, this ain't my thing. If I'm gonna have a physical encounter, that is just okay.
I'm sorry that you said that choking. Now it's a difference with choking. Now you get now you can
What's the difference?
you can put your hand on someone's neck. Now choking is when they start turning black and blue. That's my
Okay,
definition.
okay, okay,
Black and
okay,
blue. But
okay.
putting your hands on someone's neck, that's like you doing that to your girlfriend or your wife. Like some of them actually like that, but you're not physically choking
Thank you
them.
for saying that. But I'm gonna say this again. And I want to get to your the person, but have you ever had a person in your life that requested whether choking or some aggressive physical sexual activity from you?
That's that choking. You choked them.
Whether choking, slapping, hit me with a belt, put me in cuffs, anybody ever requested any type of thing like that from you in your life?
You're not gonna incriminate me on here. I ain't gonna incriminate
Okay,
me.
okay, okay,
You know
okay,
what I mean?
okay.
You
My,
know what
my
I
point, my
mean?
point. As a regular person, if somebody who said, choke me, are you with me where maybe this is not your thing, but you are passively choking them? Like your hands on their neck. And then they say harder.
That,
How do you know how hard or whatever? So when it becomes a point where it's too much, just say so. Now, if it's a situation where it's like documented where she had bruises, he went too far,
yeah,
that would be a
yeah.
point.
Oh yeah, yeah, one hundred
But this
percent.
sounds like yo got this type of relationship. Him talking on that recorded message is him talking just like he probably regularly talks to you in this aggressive manner of "I'm gonna choke you." That's their sexual talk. Most people say stuff like "I'm gonna make love to you" or whatever. So now it's like he said he's trying to take it out of context and edit it why he looks bad. But if I'm a public figure and in Shannon's situation, in his defense, which I am at, Shannon went from a co-host of a dying show to the most popular podcast of 2024, killing ESPN, and Disney, who's their parent company,
Mm-hmm.
offered this man a bag that since his NFL days, he did. As a matter of fact, the number they said Shannon Sharp made when he was an NFL player was around 60 million over his whole career. Remember, as salaries go up, they're just now coming up. Like them guys played a lot of great years and won Super Bowls and wasn't making no crazy money like we think. Even though 1 million is amazing to me.
Facts.
But
Facts.
Shannon made like 60 million over his career. I think lower than that. So to reach the point to be after your career being offered 100 million over the last year, because the year before that in 2023 to 2024, Shannon was all right. So he's dating this girl while he's elevating. And instead of her being supportive, she's being, I need that. And that's her mentality. Her OnlyFans, that's who she is, her OnlyFans girl. Her mentality is not seeing the man, but seeing the money.
But it's not like, see, and that's the thing. I don't know if it's documented of him giving her money. That's
The
their
request
thing.
of documents.
Yeah, not request documents. I'm not sure with that. That's something that's on her part. But if this man, if Shannon Sharp got millions sitting in the bank, for him to say, yo, listen, for her to say, yo, listen, can you give me this? Can you give me five, $50,000 or some, this, that, or the third? I think that'd have been easy to him. Because right now, even with the lawsuit right now that he got going on, she's suing for $50 million. He actually tried to settle for, I believe, 10 million, and she denied it.
You know what's crazy? He getting clowned for that. I'm gonna want to touch I'm gonna make the 2 points that you just said and the first point you made. In the text messages so far, I don't know what's gonna be released, but so I'm gonna remind you guys, I'm only commented on what's been out so far. If something else come out, I'll comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, there's no text messages of Shannon saying, "Hey, come over to my house so I can tie you up and do this and do that, and I'll give you 20,000 or whatever, or 2,000."
Facts.
It's not Shannon offering money for experiences. It is her offering her body and experiences for money. So the money talk is her. See, and then you accusing Shannon of manipulating you. If I call somebody up and say, listen, I would like to do these explicit acts to you, and I'll give you a certain amount of money. That's me coercing, exploiting them. But if you call me and say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, give me X this amount of money for it, that's you coming at me. That's what's crazy. Now, as far as the $10 million settlement offer,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't been a month since he been on the brink of getting $100 million new contract for his podcast.
That's some good money right there.
But now this allegation come up, and we already know, for all of you guys out here who just heard it, just the allegation alone make him look bad, real bad, morally bad. So paying 10 million, which is 10% of it, to get out of it, that's smart, not dumb.
No,
If she took it,
yeah.
guess what? If she took the offer, he'd be clear.
You know what's so crazy, right? So as men, we can have love and be in love with somebody. We might not admit it, but that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess who we are as men, we have this fucking cloud over us that's that keeps us grounded. You know what I'm saying? And
You mean for love?
yeah, for love. And sometimes we can't let our emotions get out there. He might be in love with her and still might be in love. End of the day, they could be having discussions behind closed doors that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get you, bro.
Yo, you never know.
So you ain't hear about the baby gravy.
Hey, enlighten me, because I haven't.
Okay, I don't want to offend none of my people. That's like, I got some church people, got some family. Hi, mom. The girl said to Shannon in a text, I want that baby gravy, quote unquote. Put the baby gravy in me so I can have a big black baby.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that, Joe. I heard that.
So at what is Shannon doing wrong? This is what I'm not getting. What is Shannon doing wrong?
Who's his lawyer?
And hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna give you the lawyer. Shannon responds to her, like you know, it's not love. Is if now I promise you this. There's no woman that you're into that want a future with that you would say these words.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm still with you by my birthday, I'll let you take the IUD out she had, and then we'll see about it. So this is almost like Shannon's still dealing with her, buying some time. She wants to get. This girl's claiming that over the last year he coerced her and this and the other. She wants to have a baby by this so-called abuser. She wants more stuff. She's offering her body to all. So all these things to me, while people talking about Shannon's so wrong, Sharon's Shannon's wrong for not making a better moral decision. No one listened. I need some protection, some paperwork that in case this girl ever says something about me, I'm good. He never put a safety net. And that's why he's wrong.
Yo, what's so crazy is you saying she got OnlyFans. She could be out here sleeping with Shannon Sharp. She could be out here sleeping with other guys, and he out here not even protecting himself.
Sexual disease.
That's crazy,
you know,
yo.
funny? I thank you for saying that because we never even engaged in like, bro, you like a great. They call Shannon Unc.
Yo, he old enough to be her grandfather, yo.
Matt, hey, hold on, bro. I ain't too far from Shannon. But it's a lot of young NBA guys, basketball guys, sports guys, celebrities that look up to him. And as an example, this is why I said why the Disney thing could be a loss, is that you're making moral decisions horribly. You put yourself at risk. Guess what? You could have, without the allegations, this particular woman, how she displays herself to be, ain't too many dudes looking to hook up with women like this, OnlyFans women. Nah, this is just a hit and run situation. And you talking, you going in her with no protection. You could have wound up with a disease before the lawsuit. Then your life is over. Forget the money.
That's
your
a
life
fact.
is over.
That's a fact. That is definitely a fact. But these are the big things that where you put yourself in these predicaments, and you don't need to be in these predicaments. He chooses these things. He's a grown man. He's a grown man that has responsibilities. He know what he's worth. But if you decide to do something stupid, you gotta face the consequences.
No, but you know, again, we could sugarcoat this, but I'm gonna keep it real as a male, because we've all made mistakes. You allow your sexual nature to do the thinking for you, it's normally a bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
And while we demonizing Shannon, maybe we could take the time to look at ourselves. What have bad decisions have we made? Shannon is just living his best life. Keep it real. Like I just said, the opportunities he's got over the last years. You think Shannon thought he's going to start a podcast and have an episode? Yo, you know what I mean? Podcast he got going right now. It's not just the Shay Shay Room. He got Shay Shay Room. He got another one, Nightcap. He has Bubba, that's the country dude. So he had an amazing year. A lot been thrown at him who he thought was over. And in that year, this happens. So in a way, he was dumb, but also another way, a money exploiter taking advantage of him. That's the way I see it.
Well, it's always things behind closed doors.
Do you still see a victim here, or what you see?
I don't see a victim. I see two people that wanted to deal with each other, but then she took it out of pocket by trying to exploit him and trying to get extra bread out of him. But I think that, to me personally, I think she got somebody in her ear. Either it could be a pimp, because if you in the OnlyFans, it might be a dude that might be telling you, yo, listen, he might be supplying you with a place to stay and all this other stuff because she's in it. But she's 22 years old. Where's her brothers, her
She know he could
sisters,
drop it
and
at
all
any
that?
point. So I think that's her way of doing it. But you asked me a question. I didn't engage that question. I think end of the day, do I think a 20 year old, which you, again, I think she was 20. Do I think she's naturally attracted to Shannon? No. There's 100% dudes. Girls don't like guys the same age. So I'm gonna say 25 and up. That she probably find extremely sexier than Shannon. But the money will make you attractive. Is she wrong for that? I don't know. But I'll say this, and I'm gonna give a jewel for all you females out there that might see this. If you find yourself dating a celebrity and he brings you to his actual house, he puts you in his actual car, he takes you on actual dates, why don't you trust the best version of yourself and stop being this money grabber and just be that person? And maybe he'll see you enough to actually make you his actual real woman. Shannon might have did that. But when you coming in with these numbers and pay me for 25,000 each cheek, he's like, no, she's just about the money.
But how? See, this is my thing, right? I didn't even try to take up for her. But you gotta understand that this is 3 years. She could have said that shit for OnlyFans joint when they first started. She was just it was a money grab for her. So she just probably documented from the beginning to now and felt like she had enough information, enough allegation to get him wrapped up.
I don't take her as a targeter like you're saying. This is what I think happened. Bree's version.
Crazy.
Do you remember before this situation, Shannon had a situation on a leaked sex tape of his?
Like I said, I don't follow.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
enlighten us. Enlighten us.
So apparently Shannon was on, I don't know if it's TikTok or Instagram, I think it's Instagram, where he's messing with a different female over the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And his phone went off where you could hear him having sex online, live. So he defended it saying, I didn't know my phone went off. People thought it was just a stunt. But he generally said, my phone went off. I didn't know it was on with him having sex.
Mm-hmm.
The girl has text messages where she was offended and told him to publicly apologize. This means she thought that her and Sharon had a relationship. If you realize that a person with millions of dollars is now cheating on you,
Mm-hmm.
you could possibly be out the picture with nothing, you might money grab. That's what I think happened. You showed her you cheating other women, and now she said, if I leave, I'm gonna leave with a bag. Now you just been recently offered 100 million. I need a bag, and that's what happened. I don't think she initially went after him about the money. She thought she was that girl, and when he showed her she wasn't, that's when the grab came.
Did you see the picture of her? Did you ever check the picture?
I saw it.
You seen it? I mean, she looked like she got buns. She got a little butt there. I mean, hey, look.
She looks like if you got Shannon money and you gonna cross the other side of the bridge, cross somewhere else.
I mean,
I was impressed.
Yeah, I listen.
Not being vague or insulting, I was impressed.
I love my African American females. Even though sometimes they got BBLs and all other stuff, I still love them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always taught, you stick with your culture. But I mean, to each his own. I can't. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. But everybody else is a little bit different. But you just never know, man. Certain things happen behind closed doors, right? So you just never know how many women are being beat on an everyday basis that you're around. You never know because
you said being
beat, abused, all these different things. You just never know. That's why I said, I mean, this was in the news, this was in the blogs and all this other stuff. But behind closed doors, you never know what's really happening, what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this one, I'm gonna say this much. If you genuinely was hurt And if Shannon, like people saying he wouldn't offer it if he didn't do it, if he genuinely did it and offered you 10 million and you were genuinely hurt, and you went for the 50 instead of the 10, that means you got pictures of being abused and beat up and all this other stuff.
What are pictures of though? What are pictures of her?
Remember, we early, but again, I didn't attack you. This is a point of, I won't go too deep because we newscasters. Yeah, the lawyer she has is Tony Bugsby.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. 100%,
Tony Bugsby was the same lawyer that went after Jay-Z with his accuser.
Got you.
The man was so sloppy, not only did he lose, New York City banned him from practicing law in New York City.
Damn, yeah.
Now you can't practice law in New York City. Hove is currently suing you for slander. Now you're doing the same thing against Shannon in California. The thing reads sloppy all over the place.
I thought, well, she from California because I thought he was from Nevada.
I don't know where Shannon from.
I think Shannon.
I know Shannon moved away and she moved up where Shannon moved.
Yeah, so they in Nevada.
So this guy allegedly abusing you gonna move near him.
Man,
you gonna send him text messages saying put a dog collar on you? Come on, man. I'm not beat with it.
She loves the guy, man. She loves the guy. She wants she wants to be slapped. She wants to be choked.
Yeah.
I mean,
y'all got better information. Tap into our podcast. Let us know how y'all feel about it. I know a lot of people, Shannon colleagues, Shannon friends, is jumping on this like we do all the time, like they did with Hove. Soon as it happened, we jump into this. Oh, End of the day, he's human. I still don't. I think it should be like a law, no matter what age you is. 20 years, your minor is a no-no. That means I'm talking about stuff that you don't even know about.
Yeah.
20 years?
I want to know what they had in common. Like for him to really be like, yo, like, what can she say? I'm sorry, because nowadays
you can't conversate.
Nowadays females. I'm sorry, but listen, no need to. I'm not trying to offend no other females or no females, whether any race.
Hit them.
You can. It's certain conversations that you can have with females that you be like, and you would say something, and
you can tell the age.
You could tell the age, pretty much. Like me, I wouldn't date nobody that's between 30 and 35. I will never date nobody between 30 and 35 ever in my life.
Bro.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say my age, but I would never date anybody that young because any day I'm not that. I need somebody that's going to be on the same level and the same headspace that I'm in. That's a big gap for them.
It's a gap that you can't converse. Listen to me. I'm gonna give you some numbers and some facts. If you said something about the original Matrix, they're like, I never seen it. If you said we about to be stranded like Gilligan on the island, they'd be like, who? If you said something about the Twilight Zone, they'd be like, what? You can't discuss movies with somebody 25 years younger than you.
That's a fact.
What we talking about?
That's a fact.
Just current events.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you look like. Mm-hmm. If we can't have an actual conversation, conversations are stimulating. What we talk about?
No, that's a fact. You know where you get it at the most is when you playing music, because we DJs, right? So when it start with the music and you playing SWV and shit like that. Classics. And they don't know that.
No, she gonna hit you with play a classic. You like, what you want to hear? She's like, LMA.